I'll do the Spanish part.
If I'm gay, it will be double. This all works.
Si soy gay, es doble. It's just bits. It started. It's been a while since we recorded, I feel like.
We did that Zoom while at the lake house. And then...
we cannot do a Zoom at the lake house. Oh, you were at the lake house.
I was at the lake house. Bitch.
Well, what have you been doing since the last time we recorded?
I'm dead now.
Oh.
I actually died. I finished Team 4-Star Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Ah, good.
Which is a very good thing.
I solved the life begins at conception debate this morning.
I'm excited to hear your answer. My answer is no lives matter.
Well, of course. No, not the abortion debate, by the way, because that's only ever been a tool for the ruling class to, get a bunch of squealing hogs to vote against their own interests. Mm-hmm. That's all the religious right has ever been. But the reason we can't figure out whether, where a baby becomes a whole guy that's different from other people is because you're not. We keep trying to think of people as like, this is a person and that's another person and they're separate, different things. But they're not. It's all one big thing.
My argument is that life doesn't begin until you're like 6 or 7. And that nobody wants to have that conversation. Well, because...
that you can unwind a kid until 7?
Yeah, no, that's it. But this
is not, to me, a when does life begin debate. You can kill a kid under 6.
No, I think it's more of... because, you're not... anybody under 6 used to die all the time.
You had to have 6, or you'd end up with 1.
Except for the last 100 years, infant mortality rate has drastically dropped. But until recently, it's like you did not give it. You cared about a baby.
Are we just leaving this on, by the way?
Hell yeah, dude. It's hot in here.
Fine. But yeah, mothers, you're being real prissy about your children's lives.
No, I think they were still super not cool when a kid died. The first kid that died, I bet that really upsets you.
They were like, bruh, my vibes are harsh.
Well, that's when the 6th kid dies. That's what they're like. Oh, that's a bummer.
The first one's like, oh, that really upsets me.
No, the first one is devastating. The second one, less devastating.
I do.
The third one. How many kids of yours have to die until you're like, fuck it?
That's how many? What? This is known as the blow pop question.
The blow. Yeah. How many licks does it take to get to the center of ego death?
Of grief? How many kids have to die before? I bet you always care. How many kids have to die before you care less than last time? I bet the second one sucks as much as the first one. And I bet on the 4th one, you're like, all right, again?
Because people will make the argument against this that it's like, well, that was so long ago. And I'm like, no, my dad's family is 13 people. Because their family was we had 40 kids die. So we had to have 13. And then it was
Now, we are from Catholic families.
Yeah.
So normal Americans don't have as many uncles as us.
They're dumber longer, but that's all. They stick to traditional.
I think a Catholic thing is just that there were no condoms so it was just guess I'll have 13.
Well, poor isn't a thing. I honestly think that it was Catholic dads, it never affected them that they were poor because they always just did what they wanted. And then the mom just had to get...
Some mother in a threadbare shift with cracked red hands from washing 60 pairs of underwear.
Yeah. And the dad drives up in a new car and be like, I just got the newest model.
It did
And she's like, I'm so happy for you, honey.
Every Irish woman lived an awful life until 35 years ago.
35's pushing it too.
Yeah, it's until then it would there was no lucky Irish woman.
25 years after women got the right to vote is when Irish women got the right to vote.
Abortion got legal yesterday there.
For them, yeah.
It's weird that the initial Easter Rising, which began the revolution, was socialism. Women fight like men and demand to be executed with their husbands.
That's pretty badass, though.
Right. And then immediately after that, Eamon de Valera was like, actually, we're going to do insanely Catholic, so get to shitting out babies. And by the way, the priest is going to fuck them. And it's going to be like that till the 90s.
The priest is going to fuck them?
The babies.
Oh, I thought you meant the wife.
I don't know, maybe. I'm sure that happened plenty.
Actually, that's progressive. You have a progressive priest if your wife drops him off for daycare and you have to worry about your wife getting fucked. That's a good priest. Dude, we
All
need
right,
to
you know what? I'd like to start the town council out meeting like this. Father Kevin, he fucking raped my wife. Shut the fuck up, Ken. He rapes all of our sons, okay? I don't care about your adult fucking wife.
We'll get to that later.
We will get to the regular rape
I
after the
understand that's
statutory rape.
bad. I understand it's bad. But right now, there are bigger fish to fry. Why do we never do Irish accents in the podcast?
I don't know. We're very good at it.
It's in my
Do you understand we've got no potatoes because the priest has shoved one up each of my sons' butts, and you care about your fucking wife's virginity?
The potato famine is because of butt plugs and nothing else.
It's a cruel trick of God that the only crop we have is potatoes, and they're perfect for soup, vodka, and creating a flared base.
They're very anal safe.
Bet potatoes would be pretty anal safe. Do you have any potatoes?
Ask a priest.
It's our new segment on It's Just Bits, Ask a Priest.
You're on with Father Kevin.
Yeah, that's right. Potatoes are safe for anal use as long as you carve a flared base on them. Ooh, welcome to the Fuck Wolf and the Fun Boy on the mornings. These are the names of Connor's fish, allegedly, maybe.
Cum boy and the cock monster.
Oh, I like those. It's time for Cum
Cock
Boy.
boy and the cock.
No, it's time for Cum Boy and the Cock Monster.
Oh, dude.
Drive time.
I'm stunned this isn't actually a radio show. Welcome back to Bull and the Cock. How is that not actually a
I
show?
don't know, I'm sure Man Cow's done something with that.
Wait, no.
Welcome back to Man Cow for the Bull and the Cuck segment. I'm the bull. And I'm the cuck. I like healthcare and Obama.
What's the girl in that? Because every radio show is old fat white dude who's been doing it for a billion years, up and coming dude, and then a girl.
Such as Robert Evans, Garrison Keillor, and Sophie, whatever her last name is.
So bull, cuck, and
Cunt.
no,
That's cruel.
There's like an actual name for what the
there?
girl is in the relationship. Yeah, whatever. Let's
Bottom?
just call it cunt.
I think it's bottom.
No.
Usually. It's usually bottom.
In a cucking relationship.
And Melissa has to be the bottom on Eric and Kathy now because Kathy got fired and we don't know why. That's 5-year-old gossip.
No, in the bull cuck relationship, there's a name for the girl.
Oh, is it Cuck Queen?
That sounds wrong.
There's also a hot wife. Hot wife.
Hot wife?
It's a single word, yeah.
That's awesome.
A hot wife is a wife that gets fucked by other dudes.
Okay. Bull cuck and the hot
by the way,
wife.
they're not always hot.
Bull cuck and now they've got a Sheila with them.
Hot wife. That's Bible Man?
What?
The superhero Bible Man?
Oh, yeah, kinda.
His version of Wonder Woman is hot wife.
It's not illegal if everybody consents. Well, these are really progressive Bible guys.
Bible Man, but polyamory.
Dude.
I see so many fucking Hinge profiles that are like, you shouldn't go out with me if you're not okay with polyamory. And I'm like, I'm okay with it, but I'm also tired. So
you do whatever you want.
Have fun. I'm not going to be part of it.
That's fine. People don't understand apathy in a relationship, and it is a cornerstone of a lot of today's relationships.
I need you to be as tired as me because I'm not, if I've got one, I'm not going to go find another one.
No, I disagree. You
want
don't need to be as tired as me. You just need to be okay with doing stuff without me. That's all. Like, you want to go clubbing and suck some dude's dick in a bathroom? Cool.
That is your
go
shit.
ahead. I'll be here. I will see you later.
It's you're like a sort of de facto cuck. It's like, I'm not into it, but it's just fine.
I just got a PS5 and that's taking up a lot of my time. So yeah, I'm a cuck.
You're taking over chores for me, sir.
Thank you.
I gotta coach the kids' baseball team, and I gotta eat a lot of red meat.
I gotta choose between: do I want to watch Monday Night Football or do I want to fuck my wife?
And you know what?
My wife's getting fucked. Let's just be clear about it. Somebody's fucking my wife.
A guy in like a cuck documentary, like, I realized the only reason I was fucking my wife was because I felt bad that she wasn't getting fucked. And then Darren came into our lives. And I have become the Bible man to his...
hot wife.
I don't know, Satan piss? Name one of your fish Satan piss. Please, expound on Satan piss while I shit.
I have fucking 20 minutes on plugs anyways.
20 minutes on Satan piss.
20 minutes on potato butt plugs. Alright, plug time, folks. So skip ahead, like, if you don't want to hear the plugs, I don't know, a minute and a half feels about right. I'm pretty good on plugs right now. We're stacked up on plugs. We are getting... Kylie, will you make me green tea? Kylie, do you want to take Kellen's spot on the podcast while he destroys our bathroom? You can take a sit. Tell people what you just named your fish. Because we've been calling Cuckboy and the Bull is what we've been calling them.
Oh, Fun Boy and Rocky?
Closer to your face.
Fun Boy and Rocky.
No, it's not Rocky. It's Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror and Fun Boy McGregor. Their full names.
Have you ever even seen Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yeah, I mean, I've also been to haunted house for Rocky Horror.
What?
Yeah.
A haunted house for Rocky Horror?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is that?
It was just like a Rocky Horror haunted house.
Mm-hmm. That's like a super, like, not gay specific, but like trans and gay. Rocky Horror Picture Show has been claimed by the trans, gay, whatnot community,
Really?
and people who are like just supportive or whatever, allies, I guess is the word.
Nice.
Yeah. So the fact that they had a haunted house makes
There's like
it
a room in the haunted house.
Oh, that's badass. I thought you went into a haunted house and like you got molested. Just
No.
Just so we're clear.
I was not molested.
Well, you say that. Will you make me hot tea?
No.
Please? Oh. Well, I have plugs to do. Do you have anything you want to plug?
Yes. Go to www.joyfulnaturalwellness.com. And you can check out everything about me. I also have social media, Instagram, yoga with Kylie _natural healing.
You do, she's trying to do a lot of remote yoga. So if anybody
I
hears
do
body
virtual
is broken
yoga.
like mine.
If you need, it's pretty cheap and affordable. And I do privates and other stuff for your parents or you know personal training, whatever you need.
You do
all
privates.
the holistic stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, privates.
You know what this podcast is about. You have to know by now.
So you can also find, I don't know.
Were you trying to do a porn joke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say dick enlargements.
Yeah.
But that's not.
No,
you can't get that at Joyful Natural Wellness.
You could.
That's not allowed.
Does Arbonne sell dick pills?
Yeah. Find your nearest dick pill on Arbonne.
There has to be something. There has to be some form.
Some kind of dick enhancement
There has
surgery.
got to be. No. Like, there has to be, like, something that's, like, performance in the bedroom on Arbonne. Are you telling me there's not?
No, but there are essential oils for that.
No fucking way. For real?
Yeah.
From wherever the fuck you get those?
Young Living.
Young Living. That's so
to
what are
make
they
spice
called?
it up in the bedroom.
Are they like cinnamon? What the fuck?
No. There's like an arousal one.
No fucking way. For real?
Yeah, it's like a blend.
That's
Getting frisky.
That's so fucking funny. What? Have you used it? Did you buy it at any point and trick me into using it?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
You bitch.
No, I haven't had to use it on you.
I haven't had to assault you yet.
Oh, we should get some for Kellen, though. He'll probably need.
Yeah, so if you have anything that you want us to plug on this show, which does reach actual audience nowadays, we get about an average of 50 views per episode, so we're talking to people now.
Hey, you know what, you fucking bandwagon fans, all right? Our friends and my dad have been here for a couple months.
We're not allowed to talk to your
Oh, wait,
parents
no, we
anymore.
wait. We gotta wait. These ones are the ones that aren't bandwagon.
We'll wait a little while. Anyways, so if you want to buy a shirt and then tweet at us, we'll promote whatever you want us to promote on the podcast, and we'll retweet you and all that shit. Just send us proof of purchase, and if you donate, send us proof of purchase. We'll retweet you. We'll say all the shit you want to. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. We can't see those reviews, so if you leave a review on Apple Podcasts, shoot a tweet at us and say, "Hey, I left a review. What do I do?" The Twitters are at @thecounterford and @Kellen_Frank. They will be in the description as well.
And if you have any evidence that the CIA is behind the recent protests in Cuba, also get in touch with us. I'm not a journalist, but I will tweet it once. I'm getting dick pills.
You bitch.
She's blowing hot air at me. Is this what makes my dick bigger?
You're actually going to kill him. No, I was asking her because I started my plugs.
You know, my dick is huge. That's the problem.
What? One more time?
I have a large penis. Continue.
Oh. I started my plugs, and then she overheard, and I was like, you know what, do your plugs. They know what we have. It'll be around. So she got her plugs in, and I was just, it popped into my head. I was like, Arbonne has got to sell, like, dick pills. Like, they're fucking a pyramid scheme, essentially. There has to be a dick pill in there somewhere.
Well, they are lady dick pills.
But apparently
my favorite Game of Thrones character.
Lady dick pills. My lady.
Remember when we thought Lady Dick Pills got killed in the beginning, but it turned out she wasn't?
She rose 3 days later.
Yeah. Lady Dick Pills is actually what Buddhists call Jesus.
It's a rough translation from Swahili to...
Not Swahili.
What do they speak in Tibet?
Tibetan?
No, that's the race.
I don't know.
Damn, that's a tough one. That's a Jeopardy
Nepalese?
question. That's also where they're from.
All I know is that Taiwan's not real.
Taiwan.
No, Taiwan's real. Taiwan is...
Well, I guess you're right. Kiwan isn't real either. He owes me money.
You owe... A fake person owes you money? That's called...
I was going with that.
I don't know. I was going to dunk on the Fed, but I don't understand it well enough.
The Fed?
The Federal Reserve. The guys that decide how much fake money there is.
You have to read Mockingbird still. Pull it up.
Oh, that.
You remember what I'm talking about. You have got to read that. I'm so excited.
I don't know what the word you said was. I just heard cum, and I know what you meant.
Mockingbird.
Mockingbird. I thought you said Cumbert.
Oh.
It's like it's a guy.
It's to
like,
come.
Hey, I'm Cumbert.
To come on a Mockingbird.
I love to... to cock a mockingbird.
Okay.
And it's his best. That's as close as we
so
can get. Where did you
I thought
send
you were doing Qbert, which is that old 80s video game. But Cumbert, where you got to blow a load on each
little block. And then if you blow a load on the wrong block, it undoes it.
That's why your face
how Qbert
like
go?
Yeah, no, that's how Qbert go. And
Where
you get a
is
certain
it?
number of jumps, and you got to dodge bitches. I think the It's Just Crits group.
Listen to It's Just Crits.
Listen to It's Just Crits. It's actually
this podcast.
really fucking good. I thought it was going to be way worse than it is, but I have had multiple people reach out to me and be like, can I come on? It seems super fun. And I'm like, it is super fun.
Where's the cum?
I was going to be legitimately sad if we couldn't do. Anyways, To Cock a Mockingbird.
It's where you make a... So basically the mockingbird has a wife, and you get a mentally challenged black guy to allegedly kill her?
I don't think he was mentally challenged. I think he was uneducated.
I read it a long time ago.
I'm pretty sure it was just the poor education system for black people is what the level of intelligence he was at.
Huh.
Yeah.
Which book about a retarded guy did I read?
Of Mice and Men.
No, my autobiography!
Of Mice and Men. For sure.
Oh God, am I doing that? That might be what I'm doing.
Ooh, did I do a racism?
Did Boo Radley kill Curly's wife?
Wow, I'm stunned I got that.
Me too. Anyway, I used to masturbate on birds. This is a new segment. I'm not just saying that.
So there is a...
I still do. I used to masturbate on birds. I still do, but I used to too. Rest in peace, Mitch.
The name of this episode is To Come on a Mockingbird, by the way. We're keeping that.
To bust on a mockingbird. To come on a mockingbird. I feel like we'll keep working on it.
To Cock a Mockingbird is a close second, honestly.
To fill a mockingbird with cum.
You'd
have to do
parentheses with cum.
Yeah.
I actually really like that title. Okay,
anyways,
that's the front writer.
Speaking of jizz and birds.
So there was this article. I was scrolling through Facebook.
Article's a strong word.
There was a Reddit post. I was scrolling through Facebook, and I just started reading it. And the title is... What is the title?
I used to masturbate on birds.
I used to
still do,
masturbate on
too.
birds, and that title got me, and I had nothing to do, so I started reading. It's such a good hook.
No English teacher could complain about it.
The single craziest article. I keep calling it an article.
Let's see if they have 3 parallel prongs.
The single.
They don't need. Do they need more than this?
No, they get the point. You get it all. This is a how-to, actually.
Don't text me work.
Oh, by the way, this is a how-to.
Oh, good. Because I keep missing.
Yeah. So this is How to Come on Birds, the article. Which is also a good name, How to Come on Birds, for the episode. Because how-to gets a lot of hits on YouTube.
Wikihow.com.
If you type in how-to as the title, it gets a bunch of hits on YouTube. So How to Come on Birds. All right, so I'm making Kellen read this for the first time.
There's a gun involved. I used to masturbate onto birds at a local park. Not a thing I'm particularly proud of, but I became quite good at it. Sounds like you're proud of it, buddy. I was taking zinc supplements, so I was shooting massive ropes, and it became something of a sport to me.
The first takeaway I got from this was, I gotta start taking zinc.
Is that it makes Pokemon's defense go up, so naturally it makes your jizz bigger.
Because
that word keeps texting me, and it's covering the bird jizz. Yeah. For anyone interested, here is your best strategy. First, you need to find an isolated spot so you don't become a sex offender.
Okay, you don't get prosecuted as a sex offender. You're already a sex offender.
If you want to kill someone, first you need to kill someone no one will miss. That way you're not a murderer. No!
You're a murderer!
I found a short kind of channel area where I saw the pigeons would congregate, like the gates of Thermopylae, pen them in. Next, you arouse yourself. I was usually content with envisioning the occasional jogging lady coming over and taking a shit on my chest.
Which I tied back to the birds. Because
he wants to be shit on by the birds.
Exactly. He's mad that when a bird shits on him, it's all over his head and his shoulders.
And not his chest.
There's another really good one that I'm going to inject in here real quick. Kind of like an episode.
Sort of ejaculate into.
There's somebody who got banned from a porn store because they found him in one of the booths where you're supposed to masturbate, but they found
doing
him
it too bad
with a hairdryer and a bunch of sock puppets. And the reason he got banned is because they couldn't figure out what he was doing, so they just would not let him in.
There's no way it was okay.
Whatever it is.
He was just blow drying and sock drying his pubes, you freaks. Anyway, I was envisioning the occasional jogging lady coming over and taking a shit on my chest, and that was enough to fuel the fire. But if you're not as sexually charged as me, or strange as you, just take some porn on the go. Exactly. After you're good and horny, get some bread. After you're good and horny, get some bread. Stop.
It's funny to do it.
After you're good and horny, get some bread. My pigeons preferred white bread. Your pigeons. My pigeons preferred white bread, but healthier birds might have a taste for...
It gets so much better. Keep going.
Healthier, but healthier birds might have a taste for honey, wheat, or even multigrain.
But there's a but.
Fat, unhealthy birds are slower and easier to hit. So remember that.
This is a thesis statement.
It has the. Wow, it's all
This was a dissertation that somebody used to graduate.
It gives the impression that it's like, but he's saying it so off the cuff. These are things that he just found out and just knows. Yeah. This doesn't feel like expertise to him. Because he lived it.
He doesn't understand that he is the foremost expert in the world of coming on birds.
Bird jizz. Fat, unhealthy birds are slower and easier to hit, so remember that, said the Australian man who beats his wife. Continue.
Nice. I also had a good one. Fucking Big Bird wakes up in the middle of the night in cold sweats thinking about this guy.
He's a big bird. He's easy to hit. Once you are seated on the bench and ready to do the deed, the crime, whip your Roosevelt out. Worst part of this so far.
That's where he decided to get classy, too,
whip
by the way.
your Roosevelt out to jizz on a bird.
What's
also,
the title
Roosevelt
again?
couldn't... I used to masturbate on birds.
He's using all, like, the scientific terms. It's not cum, it's not dick, it's not paint.
Yeah, when you go to your urologist and he's like, are there any lumps on your Roosevelt?
No, but he's not using the super crass ways to do it. He's like skirting around the dirty words when he's talking about coming on birds. This is the problem with America right here, is that you can't say cunt, but you can just be awful to women all the time and not give them the right to vote.
He said cunt and never raped anyone, and Bill Cosby was like, well, zoopity bop, but don't like the swears. You're asleep now. So he took his Roland Roosevelt out, and
I like to think that it's Franklin Delano Roosevelt, so it only half works.
Right, the balls are sort of shriveled, and that's why he's taking so much zinc. So when you're ready to do the deed, sit on the bench, whip your Roosevelt out, and scatter bread out within a few feet of you. Use your judgment. Earlier than this, but use your judgment based on how far you know you can come.
If this is the point where judgment comes in, you should be like, how far can I come?
Also,
I should leave.
How do you know how far? I don't know how far I can come. There is not a yardstick in my shower or my bed.
There is obviously there's some prep work for this, just so we're clear.
It's a lot of prep work for this.
Yeah, you got to start taking zinc.
I was a lonely and depraved soul who could hit targets
This is where it
the
is.
size of a thimble at distances of up to 4 feet. He now sounds like people who threaten me on the internet claiming to be snipers.
I will come on you.
Right, what'd you just say to me, you little shit? I'm a Navy cummer. I have 36 confirmed busts.
That's why not John Wilkes Booth. That's why the man was in the book depository.
To jerk off to the literature there.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Leon Czolgosz. Leon Czolgosz.
FDR was in the book depository because he needed the upwards angle.
FDR was in the book depository?
I forget the name of the guy who was in the book depository.
It's Charles Guiteau.
It's not that.
I'm going to name every other person who assassinated a president.
Don't say John Wilkes Booth, because I was about to say that. Whatever.
They do have 3 names.
Harvey Weinstein.
Jackie Earl Haley.
Harvey Weinstein.
Harry Dean Stanton.
Harvey
Jeffrey
Weinstein.
Dean Morgan.
Stop it. He was in the book depository. He had to
Lee Harvey Oswald.
He had to arc. I'm going to stick with Harvey Weinstein because that's the most fun one so far. He had to arc it up to hit.
To fall. And that's why his head blew up a weird way.
No. And then he immediately killed himself because he couldn't live in a world that did it. And Harvey Weinstein's just up there like, oh shit. Oh no, they're gonna blame me for this.
My favorite, just taking a brief break here, my favorite thing I've seen is no one killed JFK, his head just did that. And they making up the assassination, the conspiracy to keep covered up the fact that your head can just do that.
Lee Harvey Oswald just had a good angle. He was like, oh, watch it. I'm working the book depository. This is perfect. I can watch it all.
Oh god,
like, holy shit.
Or in the words of Trevor Moore, someone else shot him. You better run, boy. You better run, pigeon. Anyway, so...
You better run, pigeon.
I was a lonely and depraved soul who could get targets the size of a thimble at distances of up to 4 feet, taking into account the Coriolis effect. You wait for the pigeons to begin eating and to get comfortable with your presence. At this point, you lure them in like a child with candy.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, you want them. You want to coo gently and talk sensually to them to gain their trust. Now you're finally ready to come on your bird. Now you're ready to put the stuffing in your turkey.
That is the end of a cooking recipe.
Exactly.
Now you're finally ready to bake your pancake.
Right. Now you're ready to come on your bird.
Now you're ready to baste your turkey, if you will.
Just read the next sentence.
Yeah, you did.
This is a tough part because the rapid motion of masturbation is very frightening to the birds, so you have to be subtle. Once you master a technique, you simply wind up and let it go. Aiming depending on your past comic experiences. You know if your car pulls right, you know if your cum shoots left.
You're goddamn right you do.
Does your cum shoot left? Did you spray it shooting fro? Do you hit lots of birds? Are you a fucking sex offender?
No, he's not a sex offender.
He's in an alleyway. Simply wind up and let it go, aiming on your past coming experiences. I always came high, so I would aim for the neck of the bird and catch it right in the face.
God, I'm so happy that this article exists.
It's like he comes on birds like the all gillied up mission of Modern Warfare, where like, okay, the flag is this drop. The flag moves this way, and I think it saw its wing fly off. I would aim for his neck and catch it right in the face.
Oh my god!
It's an extremely satisfying and erotic feeling seeing those birds reel around covered in cum, and maybe even transporting it to other places in the city. Either way, I haven't done it in years, but every now and then I catch myself gazing wistfully at a flock of birds, cock throbbing, heart pining, and waiting for them to land close to me. This is artistically written.
Oh my god, it's the best thing I have ever read on the internet.
By the way, I hate that I'm empathizing too much with this guy, but I bet it is a satisfying feeling. I bet it is like I fucking nailed him in the fucking eye. Yeah, I don't think it would be erotic.
I don't think it's an erotic thing. I think it's like when you hit a trick shot. Like, you know when you cap a water bottle? And you're aiming for it to land on the base, but it lands on the cap. Yeah. God, that feels good.
And that's what it's like when instead of hitting a pigeon's center body mass with your cum, you
right
dome
in the
it.
eyes. You ever seen a pigeon with one eye stuck shut?
That pigeon has pink eye. No, he's near. Which alley are we in? This is the guy. This guy was in Home Alone.
In New York, just so we're clear.
Oh, it's got to be.
This is a New York.
This is one of those things where people are like, only in New York, it's the best city. And what they're talking about is there's people in this city who jizz on birds in Central Park, and we believe that to be a plus.
Well, because we went to Central Park, there are tucked away parts of Central Parks that are infested with pigeons.
I jerked off in Central Park.
And we didn't notice, and we were next to you.
Yeah, no, yeah. The thing about it is, if you can get the cum on the pigeon, it blends into the pigeon. Your crime is,
your crime just because you.
Which might, it's like, oh god, you got to clean up after you jerk off. Not if you you're blusting on pigeons.
And if you're really good, you can catch a pigeon and use it to like clean yourself off.
This guy doesn't impress me because he didn't hit him mid-flight.
Yeah,
if you could fucking Hawkeye a pigeon.
He's really cheating by getting them close to him and luring him in.
He's doing the same thing that a pedophile does.
Yeah.
Is that we were having so much fun with the pigeons, and now I'm going to say what I'm about to say. Rape an adult, pussy.
You bitch.
Trick someone smart.
Get away. Exactly. Go to Harvard. Rape an 18-year-old at Harvard.
Well,
yeah, that's actually probably really easy.
I like that I've drawn the line there.
Yeah, no, some of them are probably pretty dumb because they're in on the daddy's money. I don't know. Rape like a 35-year-old garbage man. He knows the streets. He knows what's up. You got to trick that dude.
You got to catch him lacking.
Because he knows what's up. Because
he's like, oh, this guy's going to jizz on these pigeons that follow around the garbage truck.
Yeah.
I'm safe. Oh, no.
Yeah. He sees a dude. He knows a dude's about to masturbate on pigeons from a mile away. He's like, hey.
I've been living in this city for 20 years. I know a pigeon jizzer when I see him. And, buddy, you got the look.
He's like, you don't get too close to me. You look like you've recently made the transition to bigger game.
I think you come on Hawks now. Yeah. You got that glint of pride in your eye, but wait till you get to Eagles, buddy. I tell you what, when you turn a bald one into a blind one, that's the stuff.
That's why bald eagles look like that.
All bald eagles actually are naturally, they're all the same color. But patriots have been just jerking off to the thought of the Statue of Liberty and just painting their faces.
They need to transplant a bald eagle into the Statue of Liberty and just be like, if it tries to go set up a nest elsewhere, be like, no, just dude, buddy,
bring it back.
Your nest is here.
If it sets up a nest anywhere else, we have pigeon jizz on it, and it's like,
the only place you don't get jizzed on, it's like the Pavlov effect.
The only place you don't get come to the Statue of Liberty. The only place you don't get jizzed on in this city.
Probably factual. If we're
yeah. Because I bet they don't let the jizzers in.
Mm-hmm. Well, they can't afford the ferry ride.
Yeah, and also you can see them from a mile away because they'll have red eyes from smoking all the dope and the cum-encrusted trousers from constantly jerking off when they can't find a victim.
I like to imagine this guy in a business suit. Carrying a briefcase.
I was doing fucking...
You're not helping
What's the Leon Cholgosh? Why is that the only name I can think of? Hunter S. Thompson. Anyway,
okay.
Business jizz.
Nice. I was thinking, he's in a full three-piece suit. He gets out of Wall Street. He walks to Central Park because I think those are close to each other. And he's got a briefcase. And when he gets there, he finds a nice secluded park bench, opens up the briefcase, just full of breadcrumbs. You gotta get those
That's what Matthew McConaughey was talking about. He's talking about jerking off every day. He's talking about jerking off on pigeons.
Yeah.
That's what started Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's what started insider trading. Was jerking off a pigeon.
Yeah.
Some dude.
By the way, do you know the guy from last podcast on the left is in Whitest Kids? Not Whitest Kids.
Wolf of Wall Street.
So deficient
in zinc.
Yeah, it's why my ropes are more like threads.
Well, we're in rural areas, so we jerk off on robins, but you get the idea.
This is not rural.
Well, we don't have pigeons.
I have pigeons.
Tyler could have jerked off on that pigeon. You see the Facebook post of him with the bird?
I don't go on Facebook.
Oh, well, there's a Facebook post of him with a bird.
Is it
covered in cum?
Yeah,
could have been, but it wasn't.
Because he failed.
He missed.
Honestly, the best place to be is not jerking off on a pigeon. The second best place to be is hitting a pigeon. Rock fucking bottom. Trying to jerk off on a pigeon and missing.
Oh.
Because people know that's what you tried to do.
Well, hopefully people don't.
You can't be like, oh, I didn't see him.
Didn't even notice the pigeon. Yeah, you got breadcrumbs and you were crewing.
I just jerk off to breadcrumbs.
jerk off with. You got it. What you got to do is cover your dick in breadcrumbs and then try and get a bird to perch on your dick.
What you want to do is you want to put breadcrumbs on your dick, but it's easier to get them to stick if you cover your dick in egg yolk. And then you take your dick and you put it in the oven at about 425, maybe even just 400 for about 4 hours. And when it comes out, just Parmesan cheese on top of that.
That's
Eat it
good
up.
French dick.
Eat it up like der Metzgermeister.
What?
That was the guy, the German guy that put an ad out that was like, I'd like to eat a man's penis. And a guy was like, you can eat mine. And he did.
What?
You know about this?
No.
Das ist mein Teil. You know that Rammstein song, Mein Teil?
It's about that?
It is about der Metzgermeister, who was a guy named Arvin Mavis, who put an ad on like Craigslist, like, I'd like to eat someone's penis, who's in? And then a guy came over, and I think they fucked, because of course they did. And then he attempted to just bite his dick off. And the guy's into it. He's like, fine, you can do this. Attempted to bite his dick off. Couldn't get through it because he's weak. He's a beta male. So he just cut it off and then ate his dick. And then I believe killed him all the way and ate more of him. And then he went to jail, even though the guy told him to do it.
But the killing him, I assume the guy wasn't.
I don't remember.
He might have been actually cool.
I had come by that point, so I had stopped reading.
He might have been cool. After he got his dick chopped off, he might have been like, you know what? You just finished the job, buddy.
It's just been a mistake.
Well, you can buy a horse penis at some Asian markets. So, dude, I bet he just got sick of horse penis.
That easy?
I bet the German
I owe
guy.
a lot of farmers' money.
The German guy just like ate so much horse penis. He's
I
like,
gotta have a
I gotta
man
get to the
penis.
real thing. I thought that this would fill the craving.
No, but anyway, that's what the Rammstein song Mein Teil is about. It means my piece, so it's like, that's my piece, like my portion to eat, but also it's my fucking dick piece.
What the fuck? And also my PEACE, so he's finally at base.
That pun doesn't work in German, but...
Oh. What's the time? What are we at?
Diaper time. What's the time? Diaper time.
What?
Watch Always Sunny, bitch. 35.
I should really do that. That.
You can stop at like season 12.
How many seasons are there?
15 now?
Damn, they're just cashing them paychecks.
They can stop. Well, fine, but
Yeah,
you know,
no,
I don't need to be a part of it.
I was not bitter about that. I would do the same fucking thing.
I am annoyed that Rog McElhenney, who's Mac, and Ryan Reynolds like bought a cell phone company, and they're like, we're gonna be cool owners of a company. We're cool. You like us. We're funny. You own a company. You're gonna do bad stuff now.
They bought a cell.
They own
Wireless?
No. Ryan Reynolds owns a cell phone company and a gin, and together those two own a soccer team in Wales.
What the fuck?
I don't know. They're rich, and they're doing what rich people do now.
I feel like. Wait, the
Deadpool's
guy.
not funny anymore.
What?
Because Ryan Reynolds bought a tequila or whatever.
You lost me by a mile.
I don't know where I'm going.
I mean, we could talk more about coming on birds, but talking about.
But Aussie birds, mate.
Beat a dead horse. Come on a dead horse. Yeah.
Not to come on a dead horse here, but not to re-encome the wheel here. I avoid cliches like the cum.
Like the plague?
Yeah, I mean, it's spread like cum.
Spread thin like a fine cum.
Here's a question.
No.
Would you rather eat buttered toast with a little bit of cum on it or a little bit of Vegemite on it?
Oh, that's tough.
Right? Because here's the thing. Shit. The taste of cum will leave your mouth sooner than the taste of Vegemite will.
Absolute
facts. I
assume. Absolute facts.
Now, we haven't confirmed it. We don't know.
Everybody's accidentally cum in their own mouth.
Accidentally?
5 or 6 times. A day.
A day. On a slow day.
You never jerked
like
off
a weekday
bat before?
I've never jerked off what?
Like a bat before? Upside down? Because how could you not cum in your mouth? I don't think I have. I don't think I was ever presented the opportunity. Like, I never had a inversion table.
Oh, that's what they're all using, that thing where you strap your legs into the bottom of it and then you spin the thing over that on the infomercials. Remember those?
It's an inversion table.
That was for coming on your face.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Did your dad have one of those?
That was, yeah. That was for a better way to 69. You just stay standing there. A lot of revelations.
I'm just imagining someone who got it for the real reason and their husband comes in like, ooh, a 69 machine. No, that's not what it's for.
Oh my God.
What? We're on the 69 machine. That's enthusiastic consent.
And the thing is, you have to, if you're on the inversion table, you have to like sit up to bring it back.
Well,
if somebody just lightly puts their hand on the bottom of it, you cannot get out of the inversion table.
Well, this is a yin yang. If you want to get up, you have to flip your 69 partner over. Okay, someone's done yin yang 69. We don't need to do that.
What? I was on board for it.
Someone else has done it, I'm sure, though.
So?
All right, well, 69ing is like yin yang.
Yeah. There's a little bit of black in the white and a little bit of white in the black. Oh, interracial 69ing is
yin yang.
He just
Ebony
is yin yang.
And ivory, they come together in perfect
I was just going to end. They come together.
I sent a Snapchat the other day where I said, like, is this thing happening? No, actually this thing is happening, but I slipped and my hand came off of it, so I got the perfect inflection of, is this thing happening? No.
I saw the one, am I smoking indoors?
Yeah. No, I was sitting on my windowsill. My roommate called me a hipster and told me I was going to fall out and shoot my eye out, but he's a pussy.
But he's a bitch. Why don't you have a smoking porch? Why didn't you just, because it's not next to the AC unit?
No, it's not next to the computer playing YouTube music.
You know your phone does that.
I wanted to hang out in the front room, bro. I'm using my whole apartment.
That front room is sick.
It's the best. I figured out why it's sick, by the way.
What?
In my old apartment, I didn't have any rooms other than the bedrooms that weren't on the way to another room.
Yeah, it's out of the way.
Right.
Ah, that's so cool. It is its own room.
And I put my work desk in there, so he can't come in sometimes. Sometimes I'm not working, but I say I am.
Oh, no, he listens to the podcast?
Ah, no, he doesn't.
No, he's smart.
Smart people listen to this.
Unfortunately for them.
You know, they say out of the mouth of the babes comes the truth, but I think out of the mouth of the fucking idiots comes the truth.
Hey,
Welcome
to
to It's Just Bits.
Bits podcast. Don't say any slurs like you normally do, Declan Shannon.
Oh, cool. Hey.
Hey, what's up? Why'd you call?
I was taking a shit.
I'm gonna hang up on you
I
now.
did that earlier.
Well, I was gonna tell you, I called the Biller's
What
place
color
and they
is it?
don't know how to do sign up, so.
Fucking damn it. Well, we'll just
I
show
know,
up and
I was
figure it
like-
out from there.
Yeah, because I was like, hey, how do you sign up? And he's like, oh, we don't run the open mic, so we don't know. And I'm like, all right, I feel like you should still know that.
I feel like you can ask one person.
Yeah. So, I'll just plan to be at your
All
house
sounds
at
rough.
5:30 then.
All right, cool. See you then.
All right, shit.
This was a fun guest. You really fucking tore the house down.
Woo!
Sign the NDA.
The NWA's Ultimate Rivals.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I was going to say what the acronym for NWA was, which is N-word dick anus. It's not the N-word. N stands for N-word.
N-word. Yes, obviously.
You're
That's
putting
what-
the word in my head. You're making me say it.
That's what NWA actually stands for. N-word association.
It's the NAACP. No, I mean NCAA. It's a good one, right?
One of the worst things we said on the podcast immediately followed up by the worst. Really keeping it
It's
consistent
so
today.
fun to say bad things.
I would recommend it to everybody all the time. It's pretty
Which
great.
I really do think that, like, older sisters telling their younger brothers that it's racist to want to say the N-word or retarded or retarded or anything bad.
Retarded. Yum.
I remember our episode 1, by the way.
What?
White Robin, come.
Didn't
Bring
that
it
one
back,
get
folks.
eaten by a dog?
Oh, maybe it did.
I think it
Your
might have.
dog ate my cum.
My red robin cum.
No, I was
the
going more
podcast
with, like,
has not changed since then.
no, I mean, it's gotten slightly better.
More.
You
cum
might
jokes.
not. I have a thesis here, though. This is part of my corpus of work.
Oh.
This is, my deepest dream is that this podcast is part of a curriculum at some point. And I swear it could be.
What's the curriculum?
If I keep talking about how, like,
Socialism?
abortion is okay because we're all the same, we're no more different than each other than two waves in the same ocean are, and you can't have a wave in a bucket, that's just a puddle. These are all references to my own thoughts, which are funny to me. If I keep talking about that shit,
cult,
though,
buddy,
I do.
I gotta break it to you.
I do.
Yeah.
I was not reading. No, I don't read. I was listening to Jim Jones.
Don't read, yeah.
Not that I can't. I don't. I do. That's where I learned about the waves in the bucket. I was listening to a podcast about Jim Jones.
Audiobooks is reading.
He was right about a lot.
The cult leader?
Not about the end stuff. No, the weird thing about Jim Jones is
the cult never starts off with that end stuff, but after being in a cult for a minute, that end stuff.
No, Jim Jones was legit the least racist preacher in America for several years, which is what happens when you push justice off to the fringes. Is insane people are the only people doing good things, or how the Stonewall Inn was a mob-run bar. Yeah. Because only mob-run places would let gay people in them.
Which was
so then people are like, oh, so fucking queers are criminals. Well, yeah, because you made them be. It's like why Jews are were bankers in medieval Europe. Because they made them be. See, this is the thing. See, there's a thesis to this. It wraps up together. I don't weave the threads together much. I just kind of throw a ball of yarn at people, but this will be interesting listening after I write a book and immediately commit propaganda by the deed suicide.
Once propaganda by the deed suicide?
Propaganda of the deed is when you inspire other people to do stuff. There was a guy who knew he was going to die but went and shot up an ICE facility. That's propaganda.
Hell yeah, dude. If anybody listening has terminal cancer, use that shit for good, baby.
Or that Bill Burr thing where you go on a helicopter tour and jump out.
No, that's not good.
And land on an ICE facility.
Better, I guess.
I don't know. You give some ICE facility guys PTSD.
They're
sociopaths. They can't have it.
Yeah. No, because they would have quit.
Yeah. If you are susceptible to PTSD, you don't work for ICE.
If you ever got Employee of the Month at an ICE facility,
you might be a redneck.
You're lost. You're gone, buddy. Because you got to think there was an Employee of the Month held for Nazi labor camps right before everything shut down, and then the guy's like, no, I just fucking worked here, and then what? There's a plaque with your name on it.
Oh no, that is not me. It just looks like me because we're all so Aryan and we're all blonde with the blue eyes. And what? No, my name is not Hans McGruber.
Hans McGruber, nice.
Yeah, right.
What a great movie.
It's Will Forte plays a secret agent that kidnaps John McClane.
McGruber is great. Fucking great.
McGruber. That was okay. Was that a movie? That was a movie.
It was really good.
It was?
Really good. Watch that shit again.
Is it good in the way that The Love Guru's good and that I like it very much, but it's not good?
No, it's good.
Austin Powers is good, by the way.
Well, yeah, that one's universal, buddy. That is
fucking Heather Graham.
Who?
She's in the second one.
I don't know who Heather Graham even is.
Roller Girl.
Ah.
Yeah, you know who Heather Graham is.
Now I do. Heather Graham.
Yeah. I don't know why I did this to myself. I was like, what if I met Heather Graham? I'd be so scared.
Why would you? What a good scenario to put through your head.
Right.
It's a positive.
What if I met her? I'd be like, you were in Austin Powers. Very nice. Hi.
I like both of them.
And what else? And The Hangover.
What's she in The Hangover?
She was Carlos's mother.
The dentist's wife.
It's my favorite Eric Bana, Rachel McAdams movie.
The Dentist's Wife. Well, The Time Traveler's Wife did so well, they had to do a sequel.
The Time Traveler's Dentist. The Time Traveler's Dentist's Wife.
I mean, yeah, he's just a guy.
My name's Tammy. I'm mostly a stay-at-home mom. He makes good money as a dentist. And
the funeral, we got invited to the funeral. We didn't go. We didn't know him that well.
I like the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Ryan Reynolds and Sam Jackson are good.
Weren't in it.
I've got a lot of tooth art in my home because Barry likes it. And,
okay, this is getting interesting.
And sometimes I don't floss. Don't tell Barry.
Tooth art. Get a lot of tooth art in my home. Okay, I see why there's a documentary about this lady.
Oh, no, not art made out of teeth. Just art that has teeth in it.
Camera turns away.
There's nothing for
starts
Tammy.
walking away.
Don't
the
care
camera
about you.
actively leaves. What the hell happens to the rest of this movie? Just getting McDonald's and shit.
I don't know why we thought this would be interesting. I know. We had the camera, so I wanted to do it. And no one named Tammy. Anyone named Tammy? Yeah. What the fuck?
Well, no. The ice skater. The figure skater.
Is her name Tammy?
I think so. Tammy Lee Jones, also a good one.
dead guy did a Peter Pan right there off of this dam right there. I'm Tammy Lee Jones. I was with Will Smith as a spy.
I was trying to do Men in Black.
Fucking stupid.
It's fun though, right? I was trying to do Men in Black, Tammy Lee Jones. It's like,
you get the big guy.
I fucking careful with that. Careful with that tiny penis.
I don't know. What else has Tommy Lee Jones fucking been in? This is No Country for an Old Woman.
No Country for a Woman from a Trailer Park.
What's her fucking name?
Who? The
Tammy Hall. No, Tammany Hall is what I'm thinking of. Boss Tweed?
Carnegie Hall?
Boss Hog? Hog Wild? Wild Hogs? John Travolta? Gold member, we're back!
The name of the girl from the ice skating movie.
Yes.
Is the
Margot
name of the movie.
Roberts.
Is the name of the movie.
No, it's not.
Yeah, the name of the movie is the name of the girl.
Tammany Hall, Boss Tweed, Boss Hog, Wild Hogs, John Travolta, Gold member of the verse.
Okay, somebody's got to track that back and see if he did it exactly the same both times.
I know I did it the same because those are all logical jumps in my head.
But for nobody else.
No Country for Old Men, Gangs of New York, Once Upon a Time in New York, Once Upon a Time in the West.
Is that?
West Side Story, Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare.
Oh. Is Tommy Lee Jones in Once Upon a Time in the West?
He's not none of those.
Oh, well, this...
I'm doing, we were trying to come up with someone named Tammy, so I thought of Tammany Hall, which was a famous building in New York where the Democratic Party was centered.
I don't. Nobody.
Which was run by Boss Tweed, who sounds like Boss Hog. Wild Hogs, which John Travolta was in. John Travolta played Goldmember in the movie within the movie of Austin Powers' Goldmember, Austin Pussy, which is a play on Octopussy, which sounds like a vagina, which... God, if I could have come up with that ice skater's name right then and said which she has, that would have been the best. I'm Googling it.
That would have been... We can edit it. The hell is ice skater who was
I'm just
going to
Google Nancy Kerrigan and that'll get me there. Tanya, you fuck.
Tanya.
I did all that. By the way, I think I've turned over a new leaf because I'm doing my anarcho-Buddhist Marxism, but I'm working right now. Last time I did this, I had no work, and I did nothing all the time I had no work, but now I work, and I'm
on mad one, about folks. Everything.
I'm on one.
Well, it's nice that you can juggle the big two balls in your life, being mad about the
my
government.
left one and my right one. Get it done. Take it all, pigeon.
Hey, we're back.
Hey, circles within circles, plans within plans.
We
want Paul killed.
Huh?
No, I'm doing Dune.
I gotta see that movie still. I still haven't seen Dune.
Read the fucking book, asshole.
I do like that your two things are being mad about the society and then...
Well, but also being right about society.
Being a hard work boy.
I am a man of ironies.
That is like the most direct contradiction. We're like, the union makes us strong. Overtime? Yes. Overtime, no benefits, and... no salary?
Yeah, all human beings, we are like the crests of a wave, but we're all part of the ocean, and there's no real demarcation between the ocean and the wave. We're all one big thing, and if you put a wave in a bucket on its own, that's not a wave, that's a puddle. Also, I have autism, and I can't fucking get into the ocean.
What recently did you read that makes you keep doing this wave in a bucket thing?
Oh, The Farthest Shore by Ursula K. Le Guin. Very good fantasy writer. Does very good metaphors about how we're all connected.
What
There's a shore... and it's really far. There's another one. No, I'm like halfway through it. No, it's about it's the Earthsea Chronicles. It's a classic fantasy from like the 60s, but there's a lot of boats and wizards, and she did a thing where
wizards.
Yeah, boat wizards. They make the boats move with wizardry.
I think that might just be a sailor and some confused people.
No, he does magic.
Does it have a sail?
Yeah, but he puts wind in it with magic, different than the wind that was already there.
That dude is an asshole. That
is what many people in the book say.
Lies to people. And it's just like, no. This ship would not be there without me.
Whatever.
And
the books explain why we need to kill the rich.
Well, that's right. But they're wrong about wizards.
In that wizards aren't real?
No, in that they're carpetbaggers.
Actually, that is a fair interpretation of many scenes in this book, so.
Yeah. At the end, you're going to find out that the wizards had no powers.
Just read the Earthsea Chronicles, you fucks. I'll loan you my copy if you tweet me.
If you read the Long Earth Chronicle by Terry Pratchett, it is one of the thickest books I've ever fucking picked up. I picked it up, and I was like, this looks really good. Holy shit. And I got the audiobook.
As Books for Bros said, this book is thick with 3 C's.
Exactly.
Deep cuts. You got to be real fucking fans of us, a.k.a. Tyler Sengen and maybe Brendan Rook to understand that one.
Potentially.
Brendan's probably not even listening to this. Oh, by the way, don't read The Protocols of the Elders of Zion. That one's bad.
Is this about how Israel's good?
No, it's about how... it's the original Jews Are Bad book.
What the fuck?
It's like the first one that was a book. And it was made by the Akhrana, the secret police of Tsar Nicholas. So I bet you don't feel so bad about Anastasia's family getting killed now by the Bolsheviks, do you? You anti-Semitic fuck.
She co-produced the book.
Anna Karenina did the Holocaust. Real freeform in the second half of this year episode, folks.
She had a printing press in her basement that she made slaves work at.
You're going to say that she made slaves with? We've been printing slaves. Stop. First of all, stop enslaving people. Second of all, stop doing blackface. Second of all, stop putting ink on white people and then making them work. It's all around. You can't do any of this.
Just not. You
Anastasia.
Know what? We're killing you.
And that's why the Russian Revolution happened, kids.
That's right.
So, remember when I said that this podcast should be curriculum?
When you said printing slaves, I imagined them printing black flat Stanleys.
Ah, man.
It's pretty funny though, right? It makes me sad on the inside, but it's funny on the outside.
A southern white woman at a city hall, I don't know, he could slip under my door at any time. I was fine with the white flat Stanley, but
he is inanimate. He can do nothing.
No, I'm fine with thick black men, but not or thin white ones. But if a black man can slip under my... And what if he's trans and he slips under the stall door? Ma'am, anybody can slip under a stall door, first of all.
There's a gigantic crack.
Second of all, no one's trying to fuck you in the bathroom. Go back to eating horse medicine.
It is always about the people... Would you grab me a tomato I can eat like an apple?
Don't do it.
Or a cucumber or something?
To put in your butt.
Got him. Or one of those snack packs, the one I started eating yesterday?
By the way,
bring me pudding.
I'm fucking fascinated. Bring me pudding. What a tyrannical little form of right. Bring me pudding. I want cakes and creams.
I think that was a guy in Shrek, if we're being totally honest. That is not the one I meant.
That's super fucked up looking. For those of you at home, Connor and Kylie have a tomato that looks like the tomatoes in Color Out of Space. And also, Sheba has fused to Kylie's back.
Not ideal for Sheba.
Or Kylie, I would argue. No, she'd like that.
Yeah, now she can always be holding the dog.
Yeah. Anyway, isn't it amazing
hey, speaking of, the dog entered the room.
Dog? Hello, dog. You're not fused. Isn't it amazing that members of our country are eating horse medicine instead of getting the vaccine?
Ketamine?
I love these. No, they should be doing that.
Ivermectin?
Yeah. It's amazing. I'm so as I said in my tweet, we didn't get cool neon stuff in our health future, but we got people eating horse drugs.
That's pretty cool. I would, if I was a farmer right now who kept horses, or whatever a horse guy is, a pedophile, whatever, let's just call him. If you own
Mr.
horses,
Hands.
You're a pedophile.
A Mr. or Ms. Hands.
Mr. Hands.
Hey, Mr.
I would switch the labels for the
that's
ketamine and the ivermectin. So if somebody broke in for ketamine, they would steal ivermectin. If they broke in for ivermectin,
yeah, but they wouldn't do
ketamine.
that because they're out of ivermectin. There's not enough horse drugs for the horses because the stupid people are eating it.
Well, you got to think the overlap of people who own horses and voted for Trump has got to be massive.
It's got to be big. By the way, your dog just did a very small scream.
It was very good. She's a very good small screamer. If you shake her enough, she'll do it again.
Thought if I shook her enough, she would scream. I wasn't even kind of right.
Also, if you shake her too much, she'll stop screaming forever. Mm-hmm.
The sound of a weaker and weaker sheep whimper. Sheba, do dog sound.
No.
She's unruled by the laws of man.
It is very hard to make her do dog noises.
And then sometimes she'll do it like frequently.
A bunch. Yeah. She does dog noises on her own accord. She won't yell about that. She'll just look around.
Be unhappy that I hawked something at her.
Remote at her. Wing and Biscuits is the name of a biscuit place. That'd be a very good name for a biscuit place.
Very good. I like hucking is a great word instead of like you just fucking huck and cheese at me all day, bro. I tried to be your friend, but if you're gonna keep eating that horse medicine and hucking, this is Daryl and Cletus, our two new characters.
Oh, nice. Daryl and Cletus open up a restaurant called Huck Finn's Wing and Biscuits.
Hey, and they keep calling the waiters something, and they shouldn't be calling the waiters. They're making them wear white gloves, and Paula Dean is an investor in the restaurant.
And it's a white dude. They only serve.
But Anna Karenina painted a bunch of ink on it.
Yeah, and they only fucking the only thing that serves is Papa John pizzas. And
but they're a gay couple, so liberals are like, ooh, should I be?
Which is astonishing that if you're like, I'm openly racist and also gay, then liberals are like, we'll just not. What are we
gonna do with this?
And Republicans actually have the right viewpoint on it, which is
to use them to appear cool.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, at least they're doing something fucking actually smart. Whereas the liberal move should be like, cool that they're gay, bad that they're racist. Moving on.
That's about it.
But instead, liberals will pop them up, or Republicans will pop them up, be like, look at these liberals. They're so liberal, they're gay. They also hate black people. And never once has a liberal been smart enough to be like, well, yeah, those people are assholes. Fuck those people.
There are bad gay people. We knew that.
Plenty of bad.
There was
people.
Ernst Röhm.
There are priests. They're bad gay people. Pedophiles, did they make that jump to... That. Well, you can be a pedophile for the opposite sex, so technically, they're gay.
Is this... I watch different documentaries than you, so you can go ahead and fill me in on this. Do pedophiles have a... Jesus, do pedophiles have a preference?
I assumed.
I don't know.
I mean, you know what they say about assuming? It puts a priest's penis in my asshole.
Man, I assumed I wouldn't get raped today. Well, you made an ass out of you, and I'm in you.
You made an ass out of you and Matt.
I made an ass into you.
It does suck that it starts with ass. It makes it more difficult.
Assim. It's a funny word. I'm not doing this.
I was going to stop you.
It's a funny word. It's a strange word. Is he saying this? Have you heard about this? What's in the news? Britney Spears.
Well, they're saying that I can't fuck 18-year-olds anymore. And I'm just like, these fucking liberal pussies.
I go to a college campus, Elaine, and they don't think I'm funny anymore.
And it can't be them, or it can't be me. It's got to be them.
It's the children who are wrong. Elaine.
No, it's the children.
Once did that voice, and then slept with a girl. And she can't feel good about that.
Oh, yeah. Who's the girl you're marrying now?
Oh, someone on Hinge who... I have a picture of us... The same picture that you folks are seeing on YouTube right now. That picture's on my Hinge.
Nice.
And she liked that picture and said, a tall boy PBR and stand-up/sit-down comedy. You're hitting a lot of boxes, my man. And I was like, you're not real, but let's talk. Girls don't like those.
They do. It's great. They're girls.
It's weird.
Dude, there are girls out there that like everything. It's fucking weird.
Except for... Tanya Hart. I don't know. I lost it. I went too hard with the free association.
Dude,
I lost it.
It's crazy. There are girls out there that like straight up everything. They just exist. There are girls out there who only like having sex on 3 ways. That person exists. You can find them.
Sounds exhausting.
I know, but they're out there. There are girls out there who only like blowing dudes and would prefer not to have sex. That exists. That's a person.
Anyway, if we're dating now and you're listening back to episodes and come across this one, I probably don't know I'm doing it. Just tell me to stop if it's annoying you. Just say it. God, you always do this.
I wonder why these relationships don't work out. Oh, God damn it.
It's so fucking hot. I bet it's not as hot as pouring boiling water on my hand last night.
Fucking idiot.
I did it to feel closer to God.
Were you? When you almost died?
No, I just burned my hand.
You should... Yeah, dude, there are girls who...
thing about girls is there's more than one of them.
It's crazy, right? There are plenty of
for a while.
vaginas in the sea.
And And it's a real problem, and what we want you to donate to this week is getting all those goddamn vages out of my beaches. I am not going to cut that vagina open and let that Kittner boy spill it onto the dock.
That was a really good one. I really like that one.
It's just complaining about a C-section? Take her to the hospital.
Yeah, don't do that on the dock.
Don't do it on the... Yeah.
He's right.
You're a bad doctor. I'm the mayor. Who are you? I'm the sheriff. And I'm
Where's the doctor?
I'm the old fisherman. And I'm Richard Dreyfuss.
You all need to leave. None of you
And
are doctors.
together we are unwelcome.
In a surgery room. Together we are unwelcome near children.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. So we're kind of just doing one of those Monty Python skits that goes round and round with being stupid.
That's just the podcast, man.
This podcast has demonstrated a tendency to become silly.
I like Monty Python. My favorite Monty Python sketch has got to be the Argument Bureau, or whatever it was.
I didn't come here for an argument. Yeah, your time's up.
No, it's not. It's been 2 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is verbal abuse. Did you see John Cleese is doing a documentary about cancel culture?
What?
Yeah, he's going to explore cancel culture in his next documentary.
God, I hope he has the take where it's like, yeah, that's bullshit.
He doesn't. I know. I've seen his tweets.
No fucking way.
Graham Chapman, why didn't you take Cleese with you?
He has not been canceled. Even a little.
No, yeah. John Cleese was hilarious in the 70s and 80s, and I guess the 90s, but it's been about 20 years since he's been a necessary piece of the culture.
Somebody fucking tweeted at him and got a few retweets that was like, hey, dude, kind of offensive that you dressed as a lady. And he took that as, they're coming for my children and house. There are so many things happening.
You're fine, John.
That old people think is they're coming for me.
Right.
The response, my mom today was like, yeah, they're making everybody get vaccines, so we're getting a place out in the woods. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Are they buying a lady?
What? Yeah, no, they already have the lady.
Well, there's more than one.
They're like, we started looking into sustainable farming, and I'm like, dude, what?
They're not going to make you get the vaccine.
Not in the place she lives. Yeah, also,
just eat your horse medicine, you fools.
Thank God she can't get her hands on a horse. Thank you, God. She's got a big dog though, so.
Does it take medicine? Probably.
It does. Dogs usually do.
Yeah, the people like, they won't let me grocery shop without the vaccine. It's like you can't go be next to people and participate in cooperative society if you refuse to cooperate. So
yeah. Well, we just found out Kylie legitimately needs a medical exception for the vaccine.
Did you not already know that?
No, I've been making fun of her, thinking like, dude, you fucking don't, and like a legitimate. Okay. Not a crystal doctor, not a chiropractor, a doctor was like, yeah, I mean, you've got an autoimmune disease. That's the thing
that you can't have.
Yeah. And the doctor was like, you kind of weighing your options here. Either you get COVID and risk your lungs getting fucked, or you get the vaccine.
How do you not have AIDS yet?
What? Not that autoimmune disease. There are other ones. Just don't get as much press.
I think that AIDS stands for autoimmune disease, single one, only one there is.
I thought I had my pill jar behind me. I was like, well, this is how.
Okay, you have several pill jars over there.
No. There's a pill separator that goes by day.
Okay, well, first of all, that's not a jar. Second of all,
it's a bell
you're
jar.
25.
It's the bell jar.
Is it? Which one is that one?
Sylvia Plath wrote it.
That one's the good one, not the bell curve.
The Bell Curve by Ayn Rand.
It might be Ayn Rand. Anus Rand.
Nice.
The Fountainhead is about how people should be nice to me. I think, is that what it's about? People should be nice to weird finance bros, is I think what the Fountainhead's about.
Probably, yeah. It sounds like an awful take that you should have. I literally was in an improv scene, so I auditioned for this improv thing, and I got it. And the scene that I got the improv, I got into the troupe on was when people never want to ask the questions. When are straight white dudes that have a lot of money get another victory? Right. And there he called scene, and he was like, that was great. You want to join the team? And I'm like, I really hope you knew that was a joke. Because if I just got into this team because you're like, damn, that's a good point.
You should have been like, scene, what?
Oh, we're doing... So normally when you start a scene in improv, you say... there's a prompt, there's a clap, there's a move, there's something, but I was just like,
and this troop was you shout a slur.
And I asked him, I'm like, okay, when are we going to start the scene? Or I said, okay, how are we going to start this? And he like immediately, he was just like, yeah, how are we going to build this business? And I'm like, okay, we've begun. Neat.
Build this business. Finance bros are my new least favorite person that should go in ghettos.
Dude, I do love where it's like, try living off of minimum wage. As a CEO of McDonald's, try living off of the wages of your lowest employee for a month. And by the end, they're like, no. There was a show where they did that.
Oh, they did?
Well, they did the work that their lowest employees did.
Undercover boss?
Yeah, which is bad. A bad
bosses
thing.
shouldn't be undercover. That, you know.
Yeah, because at the end of every show, it's like, we'll fire that guy. This person gets a raise. And I'm like, that's off.
Holy fuck, that was a bad show.
Yeah,
oh my god.
That was capitalism gone wild. But
Wow.
they should do one. They really should do Undercover Boss, except for instead of fucking being a boss, you have to work and live like your lowest paid employee for a while.
Well, they should do Trading Spaces where
Nice.
you switch them, but then they don't. You tell the boss they get to go back, they don't get to go back. Now you live in a shitty apartment and do that job.
Then he deserved it. It's Beavis and Butthead.
Well, you just got to get passive income. The term passive income cracks me up because the term means I'm not working for this money.
Yeah, the term means I have so much money, they gave me more money.
You got to make your money work for you. Okay, so we've established you're not working for this money anymore.
It's like, no, it's a smart move. No, you have capital, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, I know that's
good. You took advantage of capital. If you could just be rich, yeah, that'd be great.
What if I didn't have to have a job because other people were doing work and then I was getting money? This is my innovation. I'm going to talk about Buddhism and move to LA. And my innovation is, what if we exploited wage workers? So that's every fucking app now.
There is some guy on TikTok that I followed because he had really good motivational messages. Because it's like, I work hard at the podcast, I work hard at comedy, I work hard at stuff. So he had these fucking motivational things that every once in a while just gets you inspired to do like some bullshit you've been putting off. So I'm like, cool, awesome. And then he's talking about like this business that he built from scratch, and I started to get into it, and I'm like, oh my god, he's like a millionaire now because he did all this stuff to like build himself up. And I'm like, holy shit, that's amazing. And then he put out one TikTok. He put out one TikTok that's like, people say don't listen to me because I started with a $3 million loan. And just the first sentence, I was like, oh yeah, this guy's an asshole. Just unfollow.
You see, there's every once in a while there's an article in like the Atlantic or the New Yorker or something like that. It's like, here's how a millennial worked her way into owning a condo in New York. And within the first 5 paragraphs, there's always, my parents helped.
Dumb.
It's like,
bitch.
That's, my parents helped me too, but I'm not like, I did this all by myself by saving money.
No, you got to where you were with parental help of total over your lifetime, $500,000, I would say, because that's how much it takes to raise a kid. That's how much, and then a little bit. That's the average cost of raising a kid, and then a little bit extra for bullshit that you might not have gotten from other people. $500,000 sounds like a lot, but like the poorest family puts probably $350 towards a kid.
I'm not gonna buy one. They sound expensive.
So, yeah, they are. But fucking the guy that I just unfollowed on TikTok in one lump sum, that doesn't count towards him,
all the other shit,
him living, the cars he got bought, the job. He's like, I worked 15 hours in grocery stores 7 days a week, and I was like, yeah. And then you put all that money in the bank. 100% of that money went to nothing.
Expenses.
You lived with your parents till you were 36, and he touted this. And I was like, yeah, because your parents had the space for you to live with them, and not, you had a guest house. And they don't see that it's like, that's a massive advantage. They don't see that it's like, yeah, I didn't need to pay for anything, and all this income of 15-hour weeks. Yes, and they have to think that hard.
Like poor people are idiots, right?
Yeah.
They're like, there's the technique that if you just work hard, you get it, and it's not that hard. It's not that complicated. It's like, so you think most of this country are lazy and retarded.
Also, he doesn't understand the fact that he could have coasted by in life and been better off than most people.
Which, if you do that, and understand that's what you did,
but just don't be a cock about it.
It's like, I have no advice on how to succeed. I coasted through life. Okay, I'm not, it's not like you not doing that would have made anything would have increased the amount of justice in the world, so fine.
That man worked as hard as an Amazon worker who grew up in a poor family and now works at Amazon fucking 6/12s or whatever the hell crazy ass shift they're putting off now. The Amazon worker and him worked just as hard, but at the end of that, the Amazon worker had to pay rent. They might have had to raise a kid. They had to pay their own car. They had to pay this, that, and the other thing. So the capital that they come out of that with, if they're lucky, is like a down payment on a house. The capital he came out of it with was insane, and then somebody gave him $3 million. And then he was talking about it afterwards. He was talking about it afterwards. He's like, I got the $3 million. My dad and me built a company up to $60 million. And then I didn't get any of that company. I just walked away from that. And I'm like, yeah, you might have not gotten stake in that company. Your dad had $60 million. That just affects your life.
You got to have some.
That just your dad has $60 million. That just affects your life. There's nothing you could do about it. If you didn't want it to affect your life, there's no way.
Wait, and people are like, well, does that mean I didn't work hard? It's like, no, you just have to understand the fucking...
You started closer to the finish line,
This is why... I'm glad I fucking started the podcast with the fact that I solved the abortion debate, because this is the fucking thing. You cannot think of yourself as some fucking discrete little point that may or may not interact with people. It is impossible to conceive of a human being without the context of other human beings, and no one has ever existed without the context of other human beings. And if you try and ignore that, then you're just talking out your ass, Jeff.
There's a great fucking one. There's a great fucking meme that was somebody on an island, two people, two islands right next to each other. One person cut down a tree to spell help with wood, and the other cut down a tree and then built a raft and went off in the raft
and died at sea.
And the thing was, it said like liberal and conservative, and then
me and my shitty nephew.
The thing underneath it is like, I'm a pararescue helicopter person, and I know that the person who went off on that raft certainly died. The person who stayed on that in a single location, far easier to find than the person who went. That person on the raft, dead for sure.
I mean, have you seen Madagascar? What do they do in Madagascar? Build a thing that says help. What happens to them? He's reunited with his father.
Yeah. I mean, it's taught in children's movies.
Melman was Sobel from Band of Brothers.
You fuck?
Melman. The name of the giraffe in Madagascar is Melman, and I will kill you.
It's Melvin.
No fucking chance.
Is it for real, Melman?
It is. It's Melman.
Who got away with that? That fucking sociopath?
Sobel? Melman. M-E-L-M-A-N.
What the fuck? Who names a giraffe?
I like to move it.
Who names anything
like
ever Melvin?
Move it.
Maybe they didn't think Melvin was a Jewish enough name.
Melvin is Jewisher. He's a very Jewish giraffe.
Racistly Jewish.
Giraffe, thank you.
Thank God that writer's room was Jewish, because otherwise that's offensive.
I forgot Sacha Baron Cohen was the lemur.
Yeah, no, it was great. He did his accents are fucking phenomenal.
This is not original work. Mort, I was in a car crash and I broke both of my legs and I cannot move it.
Nice. It's just other people's bits?
It is other people's bits.
Whose?
I don't know. It's TikTok.
Sacha Baron Cohen would like to move it.
To the left in America.
Yeah, move it. George Bush out of his mortal coil.
It is cool that no one blamed George Bush for 9/11. Actually, it's not cool. He did do it. I'm not going to talk about Afghanistan. I'm going to talk about this TikTok I saw where Piglet's like, hey, Pooh, what's up? And then Pooh Bear's like, they took my fucking eyes. And it's a drawing of Pooh Bear without eyes.
What the fuck? You
gotta get off TikTok. Because the algorithm is a reflection of your soul.
They say that, but it's not.
So, no, it is. I like Pooh Bear without eyes and girls spitting dice out of their mouth.
There's a difference between interest and who you fucking are as a person. I'm interested in working on tables. That's cool.
Are you?
I got some pretty cool epoxy TikToks.
Never seen you build a table.
Exactly.
Oh, that's the point. Okay.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making. I watch pimple popper videos a lot.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, but that's not who I am as a human being.
But anyway, that TikTok that you sent me of, it's a pretty girl, and she's got a bunch of D&D dice in her mouth, and she kind of spits them out, but, like, slow. And then it's a stitch, and it cuts to a guy going, like she's been unlocked. You're into that. And he's like, God damn it! And I saw that first. And was like, God damn it. And then you sent it to me. And the feeling of, I know, I saw it.
So you saw that?
The way that went for me was, I saw the beginning of the TikTok, and I was like, oh, actually, that's kind of... Oh, it's a joke about how I'm into it, God damn it. And then you sent that to me, and I was like, get out of my fucking life.
So fucking great. I don't have anybody to send things on TikTok to besides you and Kylie. So sometimes I'll just send you shit that it's like, people just need to see it.
I've seen about half of them.
Yeah. That's a good number.
I love the one you sent me with the one where, oh no, I think you just got something on the cat's face, and the cat's just like, just makes it not a cat noise.
It's pretty great. Some good cat ones.
The best sound on it is, when I was in the 3rd grade, people treated me like a criminal because I killed somebody.
That's a good one. What the hell is that sound too? Where's the original in that one?
I don't know. A lot of times I'll go to the sound and it's just only the trend. I've never you don't see the original.
Mm-hmm. It's buried sometimes. Sexually buried.
Corta las cámaras, corta las corteras. It's a sound that there's lots of cats on.
What?
So it's good. They're saying like cat kitty cat 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 kitty cat. Corta las cámaras, corta las ya.
We still haven't been to the cat cafe.
We have not.
I'm gonna do that.
They have that around here?
No, you sent me the fucking thing.
Oh yeah, that's a cat arcade.
Yeah, cat arcade. Cat arcade.
You know, in Japan they have those with cat girls. I don't know, they probably do.
That's a great idea. I just found out prostitution is legal in Vegas. I did not know that.
No, it's not. It's legal in Nevada, not in the city of Las Vegas.
No fucking way, for real?
Yep.
That is hilarious.
And I don't think in the city of Paradise either, which is where the Vegas Strip is.
I feel like they're kind of pretty lax about the city of Vegas.
I mean, yeah.
They might.
It's gonna get by.
Yeah, no, they're.
Yeah, you didn't know that? Like, your bachelor party is just a line of whores.
We're going outside of Vegas then.
The famous line of whores. It's like the spanking machine from SpongeBob, except they only spank you in certain circumstances.
We got whores to stand, ass to tits, all the way down the Vegas Strip, and you just go by and pick your.
No, ass to tits involves y-axis movement that I don't think you factored in here.
Well,
if their asses are to their tits, ass to ass.
Well, they're all bent over then, with a little bit of overlap.
Okay, with like the chin on the back.
Yeah, with like the chin on the small of the back, ass to tits.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. We did it.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Meeting adjourned.
All right, the line of whores is theoretically possible. I've proved it. Fuck you, Leibniz.
Now we move on to the morality.
No.
I think some of those whores will be taken.
If I've learned one thing as just an awful rural brothel owner, you never leave more than 4 whores out at the same time. You can only keep track of 3. One of them's getting snatched or running. And I promise you forgot to tag one of them.
Are you part of the bachelor party? Like somebody's like, hey, you want to go have sex? You part of the bachelor party? Yes. All right,
of course,
let's go.
Yeah. We're only going to male strip clubs for your bachelor party.
You're a great best man.
They'll be like Darren in that one sketch.
Oh, they're gonna be
femboy. No, like Darren in the Whitest Kids You Know sketch, where they actually put naked fake boobs on him.
I don't know.
Weird the stripper.
It's worse. It's worse, man.
I know. It's not supposed to be good. I'm saying I'm going to do something you dislike.
Hey, Krebs. Yeah, you gotta plan that. You should just plan it with Kylie.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm just gonna like buy get a performing animal or something.
Can we go see Siegfried and Roy?
You actually seemed excited about that. That was a joke.
I meant
aren't one of them dead?
I meant like a seal or something.
That's what. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yes.
Not a stripper. We're clear that this animal is not a stripper, right?
I might also get a stripper, but
yes.
Right now we're talking about an animal that does backflips and kind of sounds like a human when it barks.
That sounds awesome.
I think I gotta have that.
Somewhere.
What day is this?
3rd weekend of March.
Okay.
It's the last weekend of March Madness.
We don't have to talk about it here.
Be there. Be in Vegas if you want to meet the It's Just
Actually,
Bitch
yeah,
Boys.
you can be in Vegas.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
I'm going to be drunk, though, so.
Same. What time are we at?
Oh, 122. We can.
Holy shit! All right. Bye, folks.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.